Good morning. Look on the screen. Look on the screen. It's your boy Carlos Watson. Gee, did this brother really try Goldman Sachs like that? And this was a couple of weeks ago. I remember seeing this and I thought, you gotta be freaking kidding me. There's no. You're not gonna embarrass yourself like that. You're gonna really embarrass the black men like that. But hey, it's what they do. From the hood to the middle class to the top of the class to the rich, it's what they do. What some choose to do. Carlos Watson. Let's get to it. Ozy Media. And I thought about it. Maybe this is why Goldman Sachs chose to invest in black women. Again, the record said that they did the research, and it shows that the research indicates to invest in black women to close the wealth gap, because we know what's going to happen. Tyrone going to get the money, give it to anybody but a black woman. Totally get it. It's what they do. But black men, you can't complain. Some had an issue with Goldman Sachs investing in black women. Here's on the screen is a good reason why. And for that one or two, for a small minority of black men that deserve a chance, not gonna get it. I keep telling you, the dust is working overtime. They don't stop. That dusty train that's keep on going, choo, choo, choo. Man, it keeps on going. You can't compete with it. So, good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Let's see what the educated so-called top of the line high value man Dusty do. It's really bad, y'all. It's bad. So this is Squawk Box, and he got some spending to do to Andrew Ross Sorkin on the show. The show has Andrew Ross Sorkin, Becky Quick, and Joe Kernan. And Andrew Ross Sorkin also produces the show Billions, which I love that show. So here he's got some spending to do. Let's go ahead, for those who may not be familiar with it, get you some background information about your boy, Carlos Watson. Again, you wonder why Goldman Sachs chose to invest in black women. This might be why. Always trying to get over routine. Always want to try something shady. Why is that? This is probably why. Goldman Sachs was duped by Ozy Media more than once. Fair use. New York Times has this article. Let's get to it. Here's your boy again. Carlos Watson's troubled media company has a history of overselling itself to advertisers. Is that right, bro? Ozy Media executives did more than just impersonate YouTube employees as they sought to squeeze money out of Goldman Sachs. You heard it. Did you really think you're clever like that, to squeeze money out of Goldman Sachs? Again, you wonder why they decided to invest in black women. So once again, for the Dusties in the back, Ozy Media executives did more than just impersonate YouTube employees as they sought to squeeze money out of Goldman Sachs. The Wall Street giant, which reportedly was treated to a bizarre conference call with Ozy's operating chief, who posed as a YouTube exec as he angled for a fresh cash infusion, is also among the A-list advertisers that recently got hosed buying ads with the digital startup, the Post has learned. In the last month, insiders said David Solomon's bank spent nearly $300,000 on a new advertising partnership with Ozy, which last week went up in flames over a series of scandals that also included lying about getting cash from Sharon and Ozzy Osbourne. You can't make this up. Dusty even in high places. Goldman has put the deal described as a trial program that's a small part of the bank's ad budget on pause, according to a source close to the bank. The person adds the money is not all gone and that Goldman was sending the money in installments. They didn't send the money to invest in black women in installments. Gee, I wonder why. Nevertheless, it is not the first time Goldman got duped by the doomed media company. Did you hear that? Nevertheless, it is not the first time Goldman got duped by the doomed media company, according to one insider who notes that institutional knowledge appears to have mysteriously evaporated when it comes to Ozy. Around 6 years ago, Goldman spent more than $20,000 to place ad in Ozy's newsletter over the course of a month. in the hopes of boosting the number of subscribers to the Goldman Sachs newsletter briefings, the source said. At the time, Goldman bankers liked the company and pressured the marketing team to do the deal, even though some marketers were skeptical about Ozy's promises. One more time. At the time, Goldman bankers liked the company and they pressured their marketing team to do the deal with Ozy. Pressured their own marketing team. Look what happened, y'all. Ozy claimed they had hundreds of thousands of subscribers to their newsletter and that if we advertised with them, we'd see an influx of new subscribers, one source told the Post. There were a lot of big promises made. We maybe got a dozen subscribers over the course of the month. So you're saying you paid $20,000 and you got 12 subscribers. Gee, way to go. Go team. That sounds like money well spent. In trying to explain the odd saga, some point to the fact that Ozy's co-founder Carlos Watson and Samir Rayo, the fake YouTube guy, are both Goldman alums. Isn't that something? Watson helped create Goldman's Insights, the Builders Plus Innovator Summit while he was at the bank. Goldman representative declined to comment. Ozy reps didn't respond to requests for comment as well. Understandable. Now we have Ozy Media, once a darling of investors, shuts down in a swift unraveling. The digital media startup had come under scrutiny for its business practices after articles in The Time. Look at your boy Cheese, and he grinning. He thought he was going to get that cheese. Nope. Brought the company down to its knees. True Dusty fashion. Ozy Media, the digital media company that came under intense scrutiny for its business practices in recent days, announced on Friday that it was shutting down, following a sudden flight of investors and advertisers and bringing to a close a strange chapter in the annals of online journalism. It was a precipitous fall for a company that was once a darling of Silicon Valley investors who believed in the vision of its leader, the former MSNBC anchor, Carlos Watson. Mr. Watson had aimed to create a sparkling, multi-platform media company that would appeal to a diverse generation of young readers looking for the kind of content not provided by establishment news organizations. When the end came, it came swiftly, 5 days after the New York Times published an article that raised questions about the company and its leadership team. The report detailed an episode in which a top executive at Ozy appears to have impersonated a YouTube executive during a conference call with Goldman Sachs bankers in February, while the company was trying to raise $40 million. In a statement on Friday, the company's board of directors praised the dedicated staff of world-class journalists, adding, "It is therefore with heaviest of heart that we must announce today we are closing Ozy's doors." So, he got some spending to do. Here's your boy, Carlos Watson. Guess it's time to play cleanup, man. Being interviewed by... he's been interviewed by Andrew. Okay? He got spending to do.
We realized that they were on a different timetable than we were, and so we shifted to YouTube. Now, in the back of our mind, we thought there still could be an opportunity for us to come back to them, but we clearly shifted to YouTube. I know that for you and for a number of other people, you got emails on that. That was wrong. I don't know whether that was a mistake or whether that was intentional, but whatever it is, that was wrong.
But the executive producer that you hired believed that he was making a show for A&E, and in fact suggested on the record in the New York Times this week or last week that the show, that every time he was told that he wanted to call someone at A&E, he was told effectively not to.
You know, I don't know about that, but I have to say this. I made a really bad decision last week, and I didn't respond to your text. I didn't respond to texts of lots of other people I know, and I wish I had engaged with the media, had good conversations, because I felt like after that piece, it was kind of like open season for people to throw whatever crazy half-truth and put it out there. Now, to be really clear, some of the things that came out last week were mistakes that we made, and I know that we'll talk about those too, but that's a good example of one that I think that's true. That same producer you're talking about is the same producer who's texted me multiple times since then with multiple exclamation points saying, congratulations on the show bringing Matt Damon on. Congratulations on the show now appearing on Amazon Prime. So, look, there's no doubt about it that last summer, as the show started, we originally hoped that we were going to do it with A&E, and it ended up shifting to YouTube. And I am sure that we did not communicate that well, and I own that, and that's a mistake.
But you use the word half-truths. Yeah. I think there's more than a half-truth or a half-lie in that, which is the producer actually said to you specifically that you were lying to the staff about the fact that this show was supposed to be on A&E, and then apparently lied again when you said it was going to be a YouTube original.
I disagree. I don't think that's true. So both pieces of what you're saying, which is the idea that he said to me that I was lying, and number two, that I then said to the staff that it was YouTube original, right? Clearly wasn't a YouTube original, and know what a YouTube original was? Clearly wasn't that. And
but why did they believe that it was a YouTube original? Why were they telling me, by the way, that it was a YouTube original?
I hope that it was only a mix-up of words, right? I hope that's all it was. It may not have been, but I hope that it was only a mix-up of words. But Andrew, what I don't want to have obscured is that we didn't do 1 or 2 episodes of the show. We've done 200 episodes. And when Scarlett Johansson has come on, when Dr. Fauci has come on, when Her has come on, when Mark Cuban has come on, when Malcolm Gladwell's come on. But hold on one second. Hold on one second. They come on knowing that they're coming on a terrific YouTube show that has a chance to reach a really dynamic audience.
Nobody's disputing the quality of the program. But by the way, you just mentioned this being on Amazon Prime, which became another issue, which is that you advertised it was the first show, first talk show on Amazon Prime. You were uploading that show to Amazon Prime. I remember seeing that ad for the first time, thinking, wow, good for Carlos. Amazon Prime has commissioned him. That's amazing. And then I found out when I read the story that, in fact, you were just simply uploading it like anybody could.
It's not, no. Time out, guys. Time out. And again, thank you for this time. I know we're going to spend a lot of time. Joe, you mind if I hit this first and then come to you?
I'm just seeing it like a pattern, and I'm just wondering who was in charge that decided to dissemble.
You know what? Let me answer that, and let me come back there, because that also ties to the question of regaining trust, and there's a larger question that's a totally legitimate question. So to be really clear, getting on Amazon Prime, not everyone can upload it. It's a very rare thing. And the suggestion in one of the articles is like any random Yahoo can do that. You can't do that. You should talk to the folks.
Okay, so I'm going to stop here because I don't have time in 35 minutes of him gleaning. Now, you hear what Joe Kernan said, I'm seeing a pattern. What's the pattern you see? He said, I'm seeing a pattern. What's the pattern you see? You know the pattern I see? I see a pattern of Dusty. I see a pattern of always trying to get over. Always trying to pull a shuck and jive. That's what I see. Just like they try to shuck and jive women in their relationship, always trying to use somebody, skirt their responsibility, always run from your responsibility, things that you do. Yeah, there's a pattern here, a pattern of dust. The dust is thick. A pattern? There's definitely a pattern. And that's what I wanted to show you. So for some of the ones that are like, oh, they are always learning about black men. No, it's a pattern. Our people don't sometimes get, as I always tell a friend of mine, while we're sitting up, girl, you see, I like how she was slaying it, girl. Oh, you know, dog. And he just sitting up with that remote control in his hand, or Joyce, whatever the hell it is, that device to play games, not reading, not building. And the black man that is reading, and those and black women were like, oh, them more crazy suckers over there don't know how to have no fun. You're so caught up in entertainment and an easy lifestyle. Life is passing you by. And you're digging deeper into a poverty. You're going to get so deep you can't even get the hell out. But there's a pattern. A pattern of dust. I always want to get over. Ought to be ashamed of the folks paying for your kids. Running from responsibility, just can do the right thing. Always trying to get over. So yeah, and Joe Kernan is not my favorite on the show, that's for sure. But like he said, I see a pattern. A pattern of dust. A pattern of dust. So for the ones who want to talk about Goldman Sachs, only, the white men, well, look like this white man try to use their white money to invest in you, and look what happened, boo. I always got to try to do something shady. He ought to be embarrassed. And then for the ones behind you that deserve that chance, want their chance, they're not going to get it. They're not going to get it because of the behavior of the men. No one's coming to rescue Blackistan because of the behavior of the men. There are programs out there now want to rescue black women. Gee, I wonder why. A pattern. Black women, you should pat yourself. If you're a baby mama out there, any kind of, you should pat yourself on the back. If you're a single black woman with no kids, pat yourself on the back. on the back. If you're a single woman that's married or divorced, if you're a single black woman that's working and making it on your own, pat yourself on the darn back. Because guess what? Everybody recognizes your value, but men like this on this screen. And I guarantee you, he'll put a low budget Becky over an educated black woman any day. Because he hates the little chocolate skin that he's in. Black women, only one that's putting you down is the defeated man that's dipped in brown. Black men that have it together, that respect themselves, love themselves and their families, they're not putting you down. It's that Dusty that's putting you down. Other men have a problem with us trying to build. When I go next weekend with a friend of mine, we're going to be at the beach. Because we're trying a new venture out. I'm like, yo, we got to get on this money right now. We need to make a decision. We got to get going. Let's discuss it. We can get the lawyers, put the paperwork up. You got your lawyer, I got mine. We can do it. We need to make something happen. He's a black man. He ain't a problem with me. He's like always working. He's a black man. Let's do business, bro. We got to get this going. He ain't a Dusty. He's not typical. He only got more money than I do. Where I live, ain't got no Lambos. You know what I'm saying? I see a Hummer, Benz, BMW, yeah. Haven't seen a Lambo yet. And if it is, it probably is visiting. All right? But this right here, black women, you should pat yourself on the back because there is a pattern, and Goldman Sachs has recognized that pattern. Abigail, MasterCard, you name it. They recognize that pattern, and that's why they're investing in you, in us. That is why. And Goldman Sachs has seen a pattern of dust, and that's this right here. He doesn't know you're one black man, you fool. You set the tone for all the rest. So black men, Dusties, you want to be mad at somebody, boo, not at the sisters. It's the men that look like you. That's the problem. He got some planning to do. Impersonate a YouTube executive. Lying to get money. And that's why you can't do business with most. Somebody said to me about, hey, maybe, I guess a venture capitalist firm. And she was like, yes, a young black guy. And I said, no, I invest myself. Well, can you just turn over $100,000 is a hell of a lot. That's retirement money. You are 11 I think I'm as much I don't scrape, even if, I don't care if it's 10,000. I said no because knowing how most black men don't trump black women, and it's sad. I can take a chance on my little coins. Hell no. Let it be Becky. He'll put Becky's fund in all the right ones. Chances are, and maybe he won't. I can take the chance. He'll put my money, it'll be loose, and you'll be like, so I gave you $3 last week, and now we're down to 10 cents. Look at the money Becky done gave him. The hatred is there. We got to deal with it for most. So hell, I can't take no chance on no. No, that's okay. We Gucci. And besides, I'm not gonna. I invest for myself. What the hell are you talking about? I invest. I have people that I know. They're millionaires that have taken my stock advice. Like, yo, I'm gonna get in. I'm gonna get out. Hey, it happens. We're back and forth. But yeah, so you want to be mad at somebody? Boom. Who keeping you down? You doing this to you. Anyway, thanks for watching. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share. I want to bring this out. So Goldman Sachs, they tried for the black men. They really tried for the black men. But as usual, so many Dusties always want to try to pull a get over routine. I always want to try to throw shade. And look what happened. The company came to an end. Why? They're dealing with a dusty behind black man. I'm out.